Years ago, well, maybe not that many years ago, when we ran together 6 days a week for 3 years,
Yeah.
that was a mentor-like relationship that I will never forget.
Yeah. I remember it well.
Putting those shoes on, some mornings one of the things I remember the most is you saying, every first mile is the hardest mile. Every single time.
It's true.
And now when I try to run, I'm like, every first mile is the hardest mile every time. And it is. And if I get past the first, because I learned as we ran side by side, we could do this.
Right.
But some of those miles I couldn't have done without you.
You were going through a real tough time during one of those years. And I remember I finally said, let's just stop here.
Yep.
Let's just.
I remember where we were.
Yeah. I said, Colleen, the most important voice is the Spirit of God's voice that you live with. He lives within you since you're a child of His. But the second is your own voice and what you tell yourself. So be careful what advice you're giving yourself or what statements you're making to yourself. You're very important to God. And even though you may feel dreadful right now, or you may have done something you wish you had not have done, don't we all? Just be careful that you don't condemn yourself, because He doesn't condemn us. He may discipline us. He may, and certainly does, correct us. But there is therefore now no condemnation to those who are in Christ Jesus. He doesn't condemn. We condemn ourselves.
It's one of the most life-changing moments of my life. I will never forget it. And it was 3 years that we ran, but that day, like Howie Hendricks saying to you, or this man speaking, I don't remember what it was about. It was one line. And that's the power of mentoring.
Yeah.
And being mentored.
It is. It is.
It's not about all the lines. It's the one moment.
Yeah. And you know what else? And I know you include this. It's not just a line. It's a life. What's remembered when you lay someone to rest and they're gone forever? The only thing left is a granite tombstone, is the memory of a life. I learned from my mentor that when you take life by the yard, it's hard. When you take it by an inch, it's a cinch. And so he said, just take it for today.
I mean, even parent-child relationships turn into, hopefully, mentoring kind of relationships. If the refining process continues and is welcomed. And one of the things in being over at your house, I noticed, even this last year, you don't complain.
No, I don't. No.
You and Mom sit at the meal 3 times a day.
Yep. Together.
Yes.
Yep, we do.
I felt so convicted, I thought, I better stop eating at my counter. They sit down and eat.
Standing up.
Yes, with the TV on. They sit down and eat, and Dad can hardly see to get his fork in the food.
I did knock a glass over the other day, and I said, I feel like I'm 4 years old.
Yeah,
Back then, I knocked glasses over regularly, but now
I've seen a few.
Now I don't see them.
I know, I've seen a few broken things.
Yeah, I know.
But you know what? So what?
Yeah, I was putting a glass, we'd finished doing the dishes, and I was putting the glass up on the shelf. I thought the shelf was there, and I let it go, and it goes, 8,495 pieces, and it was 4:30 in the morning. I was trying to be real quiet, you know.
No way.
So Cynthia walked in like, there's just been an explosion. I said, well, except for having glass all over the place, ankle deep, everything's fine. So we were vacuuming up glass for the next 30, 40 minutes.
That's life.
So what? So what? At least we have each other. At least we We have water. At least we have food. Corey ten Boom taught me, hold it all loosely. Hold everything loosely, Pastor Swindoll, because if you don't, it will hurt when the Father pries your fingers and takes it from you. So I hold it loosely.